Hey, if you're over 45, don't worry about listening to this. Hey everybody, Josh here. I hope you're having a great week. Thank you so much for taking time to watch these videos and connect with us. So over these last 7 days, I've been just doing some reading and kind of catching up with some historical figures that I really enjoy learning about. And one of these interesting figures that I came across was a man by the name of Louis Braille, right? This guy invented the Braille language. You'd probably be surprised to find out that he invented it at 15. And so he ended up modifying it throughout his life, but he started and wrote and codified this language at 15 years old. And I think, man, what an amazing thought that this guy was a young dude. He was in a really bad accident when he was 3 years old, and by his 5th birthday, he lost sight in both of his eyes, but still somehow he managed to figure out a way to, solve the problem of not being able to read and not being able to connect, and he ended up being able to attain some higher education as a result of his willingness to commit with his school teachers and priests that he worked with in his village. And I just thought that's a beautiful picture for us, and it reminded me of when Paul talks to Timothy and tells him to remember to not let anybody look down on him because he's young. Now, obviously, it's not the same thing, and so I don't want to make like a clear one-to-one parallel, but the idea and the principle seems to remain pretty well. I see that millennials tend to get a lot of slack. Some of it deserved, or not a lot of slack. Some of it, deserved, and some of it not so much. But the idea of if you're a millennial at all and you see your name attached to something, it's usually millennials ruin whatever, because we're not doing things the same way that stuff has been historically done. And if you're over 45 and you're still watching this video, thank you so much, but cut us some slack. We're doing the best we can as we try and navigate this world and some of the things and the tumult that it comes with. But the idea for me and for you, if you're watching this, right, wherever you're at, you don't have to be older to make some type of massive difference in the world, right? Wherever you are, you could do something that is super helpful for at least one person in your community. As we're getting closer towards the Christmas season coming to a close, and we're actually, marching onward toward the day and towards the new year, I was thinking about what could be one small thing that I could do to try and make a difference in my immediate context, right? I don't have to invent a whole new language or do something so massively big like that, but I could go help. I could go serve at a kitchen. I could go work with somebody. I could go, spend a meal with, a homeless person or whatever, and figure out a way to connect and love on them and share just good news with them. And how could you do that this Christmas season, right? Who is someone in your immediate context that you could connect with, love on, and help? And what small difference could you make in their life? Because if enough of us did that, we would probably see a pretty massive impact this holiday season. So if you'd like to talk more, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'm at Joshua_Carmen. I'd love to connect with you there. Thanks so much for watching and have a great week.